It's Salamander Plays. Welcome to another level in our walkthrough of StarCraft Remastered. We are on the original Protoss campaign, the third episode, and I have some bad news. I actually played through this level into the flames, but unfortunately something happened with my recording equipment and it didn't save, so I have to play through it again. But I think I have long-term solved the solution to that problem because this is the second time it's happened to me.
Your defense of Antioch has restored my faith in the Templar caste. I admit that Tassador's desertion had shaken my faith.
Indeed, Algaris. I would hope that the Judicator would put more faith in their Templar brethren.
Tassador, where have you
Be
been?
silent, Judicator. There is no time to waste, and I have much to tell you. As you know, the Zerg vanished after the fall of the Terran world of Tarsonis. Though the Conclave bid me return home, I was compelled to remain. A powerful psionic call drew my attention to a remote barren world named Char. Apparently the call was answered by others as well. For upon Char, I encountered those who were once our brethren, the Dark Templar.
Consorting with the Fallen Ones is heresy.
Enough! Hear me, Executor, for I have learned much from the Dark Templar Prelate, Zeratul. The Overmind controls its minions through agents called Cerebrates. Strike down the Cerebrates, and the swarms will surely fall.
Executor, Tassador may be right. If you can keep the Zerg occupied, my force may be able to penetrate their perimeter and slay the abomination.
I pray we can trust you, Tassador. Already I can sense the taint of the Fallen One's influence on your mind. You must return to Ire at once.
My concern is for the safety of Ire, not the judgments of the Conclave. I will return when the time is right.
Oh man, so many great characters. Alright, 15 minutes until Phoenix is in position. In the meantime, we're gonna probe up, get some gateways, and defend our base. We might go on the offense once or twice, though, in the meantime. Did I hotkey this? Looks like I did not. Okay. So there are two entrances into your base at the beginning. Ooh, forgot about this little party. Oh, I think that's it. Okay, excellent. And what I like to do is split my forces evenly. I'll put 2 Zealots and 1 Dragoon at each ramp, and I'll cluster them at the very top so that it's Zergling proof. And then I'll put them all on hold. So I'll put 2 Zealots at the top of the ramp like this and the Dragoon right behind it. And then I'll put them all on hold, and I'll do that at both ramps. And then in the meantime, I just like to slowly build my base. Never miss a probe cycle. Probe cycle is super, super important. Looks like I don't need to do that. Okay. I thought I was going to have to back up my other ramp, but it looks like that won't be necessary. But basics of StarCraft, never miss a probe cycle. As soon as this probe is finished, you want to start your next one, but you don't want to queue up a whole line and absorb all of your minerals. Why don't we go ahead and grab a pylon? Looks like we're going to need it soon. Build a shield battery to recharge your units. Man, they got some good triggers in this these early levels to train you how to play these races. So the shield battery is not a very, very useful building. It is rarely constructed. And in multiplayer, I've really only ever seen the shield battery used in 2 different ways. The first way I see it used is if you're doing a super duper early all-in aggressive rush in multiplayer as Protoss. On rare occasion, you will see the Protoss player build shield batteries because he's planning to recharge the shields of the early Zealots in that base, and hopefully that'll make the difference when that Zealot is going up against Marines and SCVs. And it looks like I'm going to have to take my Zealots off hold because they're not going to walk down there and kill the Hydralisks. So your defense does need some micromanagement, but it doesn't need a lot, as you can see. Grab another gateway. No warriors yet because we don't need them. And we're going to grab our Dragoon range. This is going to be a critical upgrade in this level because it's really the only upgrade you can get. As you can see on my probe here, I'm not able to build advanced structures, so I cannot get Zealot speed. And the only other tech structure that I can really get is a forge. We're going to go ahead and stop making probes because I think this is saturated enough. And I got to be honest with you here. I didn't know this the first time I played through it recently, but now that I played through it in my last recording, which never got saved, I do know this base runs out of minerals very, very quickly. And there is fortunately another base south of here, and so we're going to snag that when we get enough warriors. I'm going to continue to build gateways and pylons. And why don't we grab our +1 attack. And I am comfortable building another forge here. And I think we're just going to stop with 2 forges. We'll get 2 upgrades at a time. And then we'll get our 3rd upgrade, the shield upgrade, once those attack and armor finish. And you can only get +1 on this particular level because you can't tech far enough to get your level 3. You need a Templar archive to do that. And that's not accessible in this particular level. Let's get our armor upgrade. Okay, now that we got all of our upgrades, I think we can finally start pumping out units here. I'm going to do a round of Dragoons. Okay, why don't we bring these warriors down to help out? And we'll put them back on hold. And we're going to make another batch of Dragoons here. And I'm doing really, really bad on supply. And actually, why don't we just go ahead and make a bunch of these. This is like a classic noob mistake right here. You get supply blocked. And then to overcompensate, you just build a bazillion pylons. But we're going to just do it anyway. Let's get our classic formation here. 2 Zealots at the top with the Dragoon behind them. Yeah, this is a pretty decent amount of gas here. I probably don't need this much gas. I'm going to take 1 off and just go down to 2. So the plan here, as always, we're going to try to keep our Dragoons alive at all times during this whole level. And we're just going to sack our Zealots. We're going to keep sending in Zealots to absorb all the damage. And the Dragoons will shoot from behind the Zealots. But as soon as the Zealots die, we're going to pull our Dragoons out of battle. So we're going to put our Dragoons on the 1 hotkey. And our Dragoon, or our Zealots on the 2. Let's go ahead and send out our units. This is classic Dragoon micro here. Step H for hold. Just A-click your Zealots in the battle, but then micro your Dragoons. Let's deal with these annoying air units here. Step H, step H. And let's just A-click this sunken and then try to back out. So as soon as our zealots die, just go ahead and back out your dragoons. And we're going to make another batch of dragoons here because we're getting kind of low. So maybe we'll stick with 9 dragoons and then we'll keep cranking out zealots. And it looks like we can begin our shield upgrade. And I want to be careful here with how many minerals I spend because these minerals disappear very suddenly and quickly. Yeah, see, this is at 6, 100, 182. So I want to make sure I'm able to afford a nexus. So why don't we, in our next outing, let's go south. And if I just played this level, but my memory's already fuzzy on this. I can't remember if there's any burrowed units, but I don't think there are. And it looks like there are no burrowed units. And we're about to... Oh, no, there is. Okay, I'm glad I did bring my army down here. Okay, great. And why don't we bring our probe down here and begin our nexus. And in 1 minute, we're going to get our reinforcements from Phoenix here in the top right-hand corner. There's a lot of sunken colonies on this level, and you're given reavers, and I think the idea is you're supposed to use the reavers to clear out all the sunken colonies, which is a pretty good strategy. But just keep in mind that scarabs, the things you have to build on reavers, do cost minerals, and they seem cheap, 15 minerals per scarab, but it can get really expensive really quickly. So just encourage you to watch your minerals this game, because as you can see, right around this time, you run out of minerals. Okay, so why don't we... You must build scarabs for your reavers before you can attack with them. And of course, we're supply blocked now because we have all these units, but that's no problem at all. For right now, we're going to put these guys on hold, and we're just going to wait until we get this base up and going. And I'm not sure if this area is going to get attacked or not, but we'll build a few pylons and cannons just to be sure. Yeah, scarabs are a little tricky. So you start with 0 scarabs, but if you take 3 and just make non-stop scarabs and go on the attack, you'll actually spend a decent amount of minerals, and it can really mess up your economy if you're not careful with it. Okay, great. So why don't we go ahead and migrate our probes down here, and let's just put up 2 cannons just in case. This bridge right here in the middle is the only way to the left side of the map. Everything else is blocked by either water or high ground. But let's get some cannons there just in case. I don't know if they have Overlord transport or if they'll send mutas after me. Let's just get 2 cannons there to hold off any any kind of attack, or at least give me time to get my army there. So alright, so here's the plan. I think we're just going to go ahead and A-click all of our units into battle, and we're going to keep Phoenix up here. And we're going to make 1 scarab for each one of these reavers. And we're going to put them on hold, and we're just going to protect Phoenix up there. I'm pretty overly cautious with my heroes, but I don't know. I just think it's for the best. And as you can see, as long as you make units early on in this map, if you get your 3 gateways up, get your, never miss a probe cycle, get your food supply up, and have a decent army, by the time that Phoenix reinforcements come around, you'll just have an overwhelming number of units. All right, we're going to back up since we're out of Zealots. I have enough Dragoons to attack these sunken colonies, but we're just going to slowly move our Reavers down here. As you can see, Reavers are insanely slow. Also, Reavers are super stupid, and so you need to babysit them at all times. But we'll move our Dragoons up just very slowly here, and then put them on the hold command. I found this entertaining. The AI has 2 spires, almost like it's going for upgrades. All right, let's go ahead and queue up some Scarabs here. Oops, didn't mean to go for the Extractor. We'll go for this sunken colony. Reavers outrange sunken colonies, and so I think that's what they're trying to get you to realize here. One thing that the campaign mode does a lot is they'll give you units that are very, very good on that particular map. It's like they arrange the map to match the skill set of whatever unit they're trying to introduce to you, the ones that they begin you with, or you know, whatever technology they recently reveal or unlock on that level. It's often the technology you should use in that map. There's rare occasions where that you shouldn't do that, but by and large, you know, the game creators, they know the units, they know the maps they've created, and they do a good job of matching those two. So we'll go ahead and just stick with what they recommend that we do, and we're going to use the Reavers here. All right, let's get these other 2 down here. There's a lot more than I remembered already. Oh man, Reavers are ultra, ultra powerful. Didn't realize I was in range there. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd brought all 3 to begin with. A lot faster. Okay. We can probably just outrange this Cerberus. Once we kill this, we win the level. Yeah, we're just going to do it this way instead of sending all of our units in.
I will remain behind and observe the effects of our attack. Return to the Citadel. I shall notify you when the brute becomes erratic.
Excellent. And of course, this is where we learn that the only way to truly kill a Cerberus long term is that you must kill it specifically with a Dark Templar. And so that's the lesson here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.